Hello there. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. When we last left off, we were just getting ready to summon our good friend and defendant, Mr. McGilded, to see what he saw on that fateful night, since apparently there was another person there who might have been the culprit, so you would think he would have said something about it had that been the case. But yeah, I don't see why we can't just get to the bottom of it. Yes, we need to hear what he has to say in order to find out the truth. Oh, yeah, raise your hand and, like it's a question. The defense would like to call Mr. McGilded to the stand. In that case, I would like to hear the opinion of the jury. Yes, I need a little time to consider this. If you ask me, I think we should hear what Mr. McGilded has to say. Gah, get the man out here, I say. It would be utterly illogical not to hear his testimony. When something needs doing, get it done. That's why I run things at the guild. Hearing what the patron of my favorite little park has to say? Oh, yes, that would be lovely. Yes, the jury says the man must be heard. Very well. The court will hear the defendant's testimony. Bailiff, show the defendant to the stand at once. I'm curious to see what he has to say. Now, maybe what actually happened that night will finally become clear. Well, let proceedings be resumed. Mr. McGilded, have you been listening to the discourse of the day? Oh, it's funny Irishman. Let's see. To be sure I have, my lord. There are now two matters on which the court desires to hear from you. The first was whether or not there was a third party with you in the omnibus cabin, as proposed by the defense. The second is that if such a person was indeed present, why did you conceal that fact from the police? Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that, McGilded, my boy. Begad, no! 'Tis not in my nature to hide anything at all. Just answer the questions, please. The truth of the matter is, I've been desperate about this all along. Do I tell you all, or keep me mouth shut? Tell us what, Mr. McGilded? The fine fella representing me is absolutely right. In the carriage on the night with myself and the other man, there was another passenger. It's true? Aye, and 'twas me who helped the little urchin get away after it all happened. You, what the fuck? Yeah. No, Magnus McGilded. That convenient excuse can't save you now. Don't be sad about it, man. I'm truly sorry, so I am, Lord Van Zykes, or Zeeks. I'm sure you'll be wanting to know why I said nothing when I was taken in by the police. I do be having a very good reason, I assure you. Which was? Well, the little child was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and not in any way involved, you see. What? If the police had known the wee one was there, they'd have assumed she'd done it. They'd have hauled her into this here courtroom just like myself. I was only trying to spare her that. Young hearts and young minds are easily damaged, my lord. And who was this young child of whom you speak? That, I don't know. You don't know? Aye, well, the wee thing just happened to be in the carriage that night. I never saw her before or since.
Objection!
Huh. We have absolutely no reason to believe this man. The prosecution calls for the witness's statements to be disregarded by the court. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the urchin isn't here in this courtroom as we speak, listening to the proceedings. What? Bang. What? What the fuck? What? Someone just fucking threw a smoke bomb? What the fuck? What is going on? Be careful, Mr. Naruhodo. Cover your face. Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the I didn't mean to hit. Sorry, I got a bit of a case of the hiccups. Secure the omnibus. God damn it. All the time to get hiccups. Someone's trying to get away. Is that the, is that our guy? I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, inform the defendant into custody and clear the courtroom. Oh, God. Jesus, what the fuck was that? We were hurriedly removed from the smoke-filled courtroom by the bailiff. Amid scenes of chaos as people stumbled over one another in their desperation to flee the chamber. Okay, I guess this is gonna be the episode where I just hiccup the whole damn time. We had no idea what was happening. All we knew was that, for the time being at least, the trial was suspended. Well, damn. I guess we win? On account of smoke bomb? I mean, you know, we just call it mistrial and, you know, McGilda gets off scot-free? I don't know. Seems pretty cool to me. But man, I was not expecting that to happen. I kind of wish I would have left off here, and since, you know, there was a to be continued, but, oh well. You live and learn, as they say. Okay, yeah, it's the 18th of February, 12:52 p.m., still the Old Bailey, and the defendant's antechamber. What on earth just happened in there? Mr. Naruhodo, I managed to find out what happened. Mr. Sato, I was told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade, a type of exploding device that releases smoke, so it was a fucking smoke bomb. Someone just fucking ninja their way into the courtroom and just lobbed us a bomb in there. Jeez. A smoke grenade? It sounds like the sort of thing ninjas use. They're just making sure everything's is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long. But who would have done something like that? The police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom, apparently. Flee the courtroom? But why? Well, it's a young girl of around 15, I hear. A young girl? Then could it be the other passenger that Mr. McGilda was just talking about? My thoughts exactly. So he wasn't lying. Huh. Okay, I guess there really was someone else in there. Oh, what's become of Mr. McGilda, actually? Oh, now I'm doing the fucking Irish accent for you in this case. There are so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here. I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's antechamber to answer questions, along with the young girl. Who is she, I wonder? And what was she even doing here at the trial? She was taking a huge risk, and for what possible benefit to herself? Was it Nikolina Pavlova? The Russian ballerina? I mean, she was 15, too. There's another matter that's troubling me. What's that? The 20 pence. Oh, oh yeah, because didn't we do a whole thing about the money not being right or whatever? And then if it turns out there was someone on board, that would mean that the money was in fact right the whole time. Oh yeah. What are you about? Oh, sorry, you're not Beppo. What's your deal, Beppo? According to the coachman, Mr. Beppo. Did you okay, how do you have that in your book? Your Encyclopedia of British Law? Because that's the same cover, the same binding as the book you were looking at before. But now you're have recordings of what happened, or what we saw. I mean, I understand you're keeping a journal or a diary, but, it always looks like you just pull out the same book every time. What's your fucking deal, Sato? He took 4 passengers that night at a fare of 5 pence each. That comes to a total of 20 pence exactly. But now it seems like there were in fact 5 passengers, so the fuck is going on with that? Which means the figures don't seem to add up again. She's right. That is strange. Counsel over defense. Kindly proceed to the courtroom, if you don't mind. The trial recommends in 5 minutes. Oh, thank you, officer. We'll go in straight away. Well, that was a weird, diversion. Whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now. I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of the trial. Well, we'll know soon enough, Mrs. Otto. Yes! Maybe she's the real murderer. Oh, hello. There's a young girl next to Mr. McGilded. Look, she must have been the one who caused the disturbance before. Well, after that rather eventful recess, the court will now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McGilded. Now then, Lord Van Zeeks. My lord. I believe you established the cause of the smoke which veiled proceedings earlier. It seems to have been an advanced form of smoke grenade, of the sort typically employed by the army. Good gracious, the army? What's in the devil's name? It was an elaborate attempt by a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery, but she was caught. And now occupies the stand. Your name, girl? Are you responsible for the smoke grenade which induced such pandemonium here in my courtroom? What is the meaning of this deplorable behavior? If I may, my lord. Yes, Mr. McGillard. I think perhaps I ought to explain here why it is that this wee lass was here in the first place, and why she tried to bolt like that. 'Tis all tied up with the events of that night, so it is. Very well, Mr. McGilded. Give your testimony. You will explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in the case. Just what did happen that night? It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything, am I right? Yeah, this is the life you chose, Ryunosuke, my boy. On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then, by Gora, a loud thud and a wee scream woke me up with a fair start. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I sat him up on the seat across from me. Then I turned to find out where that scream had come from. And, bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away. Huh. I remain somewhat baffled, I confess. But what I gather, on the night in question, this young girl was indeed riding in the omnibus. Is that correct? 'Tis exactly as the defense counsel said. This lass was the fifth passenger, my lord. Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witnesses. Are you ready, counsel? Yes, my lord. Or rather, no, actually, I'm not ready for anything. Honestly, I still barely know what I'm doing, you know? It's a hard knock life. God, it's like Ryunosuke is looking right at me, being like, hey, yo, bro, what the fuck is this shit? It's like he just realized he was in a video game. Like, he's looking right at me, like, from the angle where I'm sitting. It's a bit off-putting. Don't fucking look at me like that, Ryunosuke, you piece of shit. Okay, well, time to get a little more information about this whole situation. On the night in question, you went to sleep.
Hold it!
And when you first got onto the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board? There were not. The cabin was empty, and there was no one on the roof deck either. You were the first passenger, as it were. I see. Aye, and that's when I took the backside as I did. 'Tis the most comfortable, so it is. Could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat? By all means. 'Tis how you already described it earlier. I'm talking about the seat opposite the one in which the poor gentleman who was stabbed was sitting. Like I said, 'tis the most comfortable and where I feel most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing into the skylight from time to time as well. I like that little like shocked face he has. Be Gora or by Gora. That's a funny word.
Hold it!
A loud thud, you say? And a scream? Aye, that's right. How can I explain it? 'Twas like the sound of someone falling to the ground. That sort of noise. So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor having been stabbed? Well now, you'll remember I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. And when the sound woke me and I opened up my eyes, there wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage with the fella on the floor. You didn't see anyone. But at the same moment, you did hear a scream. From the seats above you on the roof deck, I presume. I had that lady first guy. But I thought there was a dude screaming before, like, lady first, he screamed. Okay. That's a bit weird. Not above me, no, my lord. Sorry, wrong button. 'Twas from inside the cabin. But I wasn't altogether taken about to scream. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before my eyes. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet.
Hold it!
You set him up. The victim, you mean? That I did. On the seat across from me, as I said. I could plainly see the poor devil was already gone. And you wouldn't leave a dead man just lying on the floor now, would you? Oh, we got the little JoJo pose again. 'Tis common courtesy, so it is. I wonder what his stance would be. Am I right? I find that a little hard to believe. Ara, Lord. Okay, well, I assume he's not saying like ara, like the animu. Ara, Lord Van Zykes. Now, why would that be?
You wait to find a man lying dead at your feet in a carriage. Any normal person would hail the cabman. Any upstanding member of London society, that is.
Well now, as you know, I'm in something of a special line of business. The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest. Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offer them, and some would even see me dead. So I do try, where at all possible, to avoid getting myself in a tangle with trouble. Are you suggesting you were just going to leave the man there? Heavens alive, no! I was always intending to report it, so I was. Only, I had a mind to find out the whys and wherefores first. Huh. The whys and wherefores. Right you are. There are some details I wanted to, understand before, anyone else got to meddling. That wee scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self do just the same? Yes, the scream he says he heard at the same time as the thud of the victim collapsing. I don't know. And bless my soul. I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage, except yourself and the victim. So I did, sir. So I did. As far as I could see, that is. What do you mean by that, pal? Well now, 'tis a queer thing. The wee scream I heard as I woke up. It came from, if you'll excuse the vulgar expression, under me backside. Wait, what? Excuse me? What? Good gracious! Onto your backside? And when I lifted the seat on which I'd been sitting, I found there was a wee cubbyhole there for storage. Oh yeah, there was the one side that you can open up and, see. Huh. I guess that's the side he was sitting on. Mr. Naruhodo, we can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember? Yes, of course. The whole bus was submitted as evidence. This would be a very good time to have a thorough look around inside. I mean, I already kind of did that, but, And that's when I found her.
Hold it!
You say she was hiding herself? Aye, that's right. 'Twas hard to see in the dim lamplight, but she was all curled up in a wee ball. When our eyes met, well, my heart nearly started beating in my chest. Ugh, you're really overacting this. Still and all, I pulled her out from under there, and sat her on the seat opposite so I could have a wee chinwag with her. The seat opposite. That's right, just next to the dead gentleman there. You sat this young girl next to a corpse, sir? Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in my position can all too often find himself in mortal danger. So, I needed to find out just who this urchin was, you see. And while I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream. A fellow's voice this time. Oh, that's probably Lady First's. Yeah. Presumably, that scream was Mr. First, who was sitting on the roof deck seats. Right you are again, I would say, sir. Looking down through the skylight, he must have seen this young girl and the gentleman with the knife in his belly. In other words, the previous witnesses did not, in fact, plead at all, Mr. McGilded. What they believed to be yourself and the victim was, in fact, this girl and the late Mr. Mason. Well, aye, my lord. I was, as I think everyone understands now, sat at the back of the carriage, out of sight. It is certainly plausible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in stature, and practically confused perhaps with this young girl. After that, of course, with the scream from the gentleman over us, The driver realized something was wrong and pulled up the horses. Thank you. I've heard enough. The events as explained are clear in my mind. However, at least one conundrum remains. Who is the girl? Her name? Oh, sorry. Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a cancer, and so pressed among large crowds, relieving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket. What? This girl here? A petty thief? Order! Order! Is this true, Miss Lestrade? You gonna say something for yourself? Miss Lestrade, you will answer the question. Holy Julie. Jesus Christ! You just shot this man. Arr! How dare you! What is the meaning of this? Then she just... Ah! The girl! She's gone! Open your eyes! Oh. Oh, she's like... went over here now. I'm over here! Good gracious, but how? What was the point in that little sidestep? I know what you lot are thinking. Grown-ups are all the same. This dirty little dipper, you'll say, slipped up and got caught on the job. She got herself back to the corner, so she knifed the gent. Go on, that's what's in your heads, ain't it? No, not at all. This is a court of law. We're here to determine the truth, not cast. Oh God. Ah, oh, fuck. I got Nickelodeon gassed. Ugh. Should you really be carrying a gun like that? Look, rights are for cowards. Only thugs use weapons like that. All I need for what I do is these fingers. I'm a professional, alright? Maybe not your eyes, but I got pride in what I do. Nice coin manipulation, by the way. Let me guess. You don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs. Where do you even get that, anyway? Oh, this? Yeah, this was in a bag I lifted the other day, down where they keep the four-wheeled tracks. It's nice, isn't it? I like the pink best. Ah! Do not wave that thing in my direction again! Okay, yeah, man. This is what I can understand when I get a drink after this shit. Holy fuck.
So... you admit that you are riding the omnibus on the night in question.
Tis all right, lass. You can tell them the truth now. All right, yeah. It's just like the Irishman said. The Irishman by Martin Scorsese. The court accepts this girl, Miss Gina Lestrade, as valid and significant witness in this case. Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony, if you please. You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus on the night in question. All right, if I have to. Okie dokie. So I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. I tell ya, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Then, after a while, I hear this loud bang. Nearly jumped out my skin, I did. And, you know, the scream just came out. It's because of that this swell found me. He did help me get away, mind. Yes, he let you go. I fail to understand why you would let this street urchin go, Mr. McGilded. Oh, 'tis simplicity itself, my lord. You see, she couldn't have possibly killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact. How? As I'm sure I said before, sir. I was sitting right on top of I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself. I think a demonstration is called for. This is where I was sat that night. And the cubbyhole of what you were smoking is underneath the seat, I presume. Yeah, so you can open it right there. Well, yes, it doesn't appear just large enough to accommodate someone of the girl's stature. Aye, but of course the wheel ass was stuck in there, because I'd parked myself on the seat for the duration. Ah, so you see, that's why I let the last bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. But I couldn't live with myself if a young life was ruined, when all the time I knew she was innocent. Even though you must have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called into question. Huh. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. Not at all, my lord, not at all. I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought it was worth taking a punt on my own good name for the sake of this less fortunate lass. My goodness. What a perfect gentleman. My lord, this fine example of a man cannot possibly be guilty of a heinous crime like this. I'm ashamed of myself for ever doubting you, sir. Yeah, woo. That's one more in our favor, bro. We on the path to innocence, my boy. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Yeah, we got here. We got him, boy. 6. Yeah, we win. Do we win? They all think he's innocent. Did I win? I hope I won. Saints alive! All 6 members of the jury consensual in their leading to a verdict of not guilty? Well, damn, I guess we got this one in the bag. Mr. Naruhodo, this, well, it must mean... It must mean what? That we're victorious! Hell yeah! We've won. Are you sure?
Objection.
Oh. Nice. Nice legs you got there, pal.
If the sight of my iron-heeled Wellington offends, pray do forgive the discourtesy.
Jeez, they're all reacting so shocking to his leg.
This really is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in British judicial practices, where evidence and reasoning should be paramount. Emotion rules the day.
Emotion?
The witness's latest statement gives us a clear insight into his true nature.
What do you mean, his true nature?
Do you really think Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission? After the incident, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police. Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as the witness put it, was included in their investigation.
Yeah?
The compartment under the mysterious seat was full of the coachman's belongings.
Oh, wait. Wait a moment. Wait, just a delete R in a second. I need to double check, just double make sure. Hey, nice blood you got there, pal. Oh yeah, no, see, it was empty. Huh. Hey, wait! But... Okay, excusez-moi. Was... Okay, I examined that area before, didn't I? I'm pretty sure there was stuff in there. Like, random crap, right? Like he said? But it's empty. Okay, that's fucking weird. Cause yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember checking it the first time and seeing, that there was stuff in there.
It's noted in black and white here in the police report. Good Lord! The evidence has been tampered with.
Oh. Huh. Wait, what?
In order to corroborate Mr. McGilden's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat.
Yeah, that's weird. Huh.
Order! Order! How could such a devious contrivance possibly been affected, Counsel?
The cart's been in here the whole time. Like, we literally took the whole omnibus. It was in evidence, right? Like, how could they have... who could have... It was right there, right? Like, I don't see how you could take all that stuff out. When, like, it's been here the whole time. That's a little bit curious. A little bit suspicious. And perhaps even a little bit malicious. Not sure what to make of that.
Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies of the constabulary in allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty.
Yeah, I feel like I could say that. I feel like... Okay, if I could go back and watch the old episodes, the episodes just before this, I'm pretty sure there was stuff in there. Like, I don't know.
Well, my Nipponese friend.
Me?
When the carriage was submitted as evidence, doubtless you examined it in fine detail, as would any self-respecting practitioner of the law. Pray, what did you find the condition of the underseat compartment to be?
Oh, to be sure. The young gentleman will be able to clear this up in a jiffy. Sorry. Go ahead. You tell the court now, fella. How this is all an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Van Zeeks. Well, counsel, do you have something to say on this matter? How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of that little compartment under the seat in the omnibus? Okay. Okay, I'm going to put I didn't look, because I'm pretty sure, like, you could have just caught the whole... If you didn't go and look at it in the court record, you wouldn't have known regardless if it was, you know, open or not, or if it was empty or not, because if you didn't, like, specifically look in that area. But I'm a thorough boy. I make sure to examine all my nooks and crannies. And I am about 80% sure, in fact, that it was not empty, so... I'm just gonna hit it with a big... But then again, it's not very good for our case if I say that. Curious indeed. Okay, well, you know, I feel like depending on what I pick is going to be kind of a big deal. It's going to lead to some revelations, probably, of some kind, I imagine. So, keep out. I'm curious to see. Well, this is a situation where actually I want to try out all the options, you know, just to see what the different responses are. So, Okay, well, I think I'm going to leave since this is a pivotal moment, I think I will leave it here. I know it's a little shorter than episode passed, but it's good enough, I think. I think it's at a fair length as is, and then once we can really dive into the strange happenings of this tampered evidence. Again, how would they have tampered it when the fucking thing was in the omnibus the whole time? But anyway, until then though,